All right, Charles, you can start us on Zoom.
Hey, Hayden. First of all, congratulations on the win today. Outstanding contest. This is Charles Reeves with GoBlackKnights.com. This surely was a running back by committee production this evening, although you had a very solid game yourself, 24 carries, 107 yards, and one touchdown. Can you talk about the offensive production this evening, but also the not give up attitude of the offense?
Yeah, so definitely we took a big emphasis on communicating out there. Week one, that was mainly our issue, was a lack of communication and missing assignments. And we took last week and this week of practice to really focus on that. And it showed today out there on the field.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We'll go over to Seth.
Hey, Hayden, congratulations on the big win. Seth
Thank you.
Mendelson, Black Knight Nation. A breakout game for you among many others, Daly and Noah Short, but for you in particular, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so there was just great movement up front. We were honestly, between all the running backs and quarterbacks, we were just taking turns, just punching it down. They couldn't stop us. We were more physical than them. And that was our mentality the entire game, is run the ball. And you know what we're going to run, but you couldn't stop it. So I think all the backs did very good. And that opened up some things for our wide receivers. So that was great.
Second question, and my final question. You guys seem very comfortable with the new offense. How much should last week's game, or maybe the two practices which you mentioned, how much should last week's game and the 2 weeks of practice have to do with that?
Yeah, the momentum definitely carried over from last week. Like I said, week one was pretty rough for us with lack of communication. That's something we emphasized these past 2 weeks, and it definitely carried over.
Thank you.
We'll go to Ken M.
Hayden, Ken McMillan with the Times Herald Record.
How's it going, sir?
Hayden, talk about the significance of scoring on the first 6 possessions of the game.
Yeah, that's huge. That's something we struggled with week one. Again, we got down to the red zone a few times and didn't get the ball in. But to get the ball in the end zone when we got into the red zone the first 6 times, like you said, that was huge for us to keep the momentum for us going. So
how about the resilience of the offense to get a couple third and fourth down conversions, especially late in the second half?
Yeah, they definitely got me really hyped up. The offensive line was getting great movement up front. It was pretty exciting.
And I know it's only week 3, but how significant is this win to you guys?
Very significant, especially what happened last year with this game, upset in double overtime. But it's definitely going to carry on for next week.
Thank you.
Ken K.
Hayden, congratulations. A remarkable 6 of 6 on 4th down today seemed to really be the difference to the offense. What did it take to make that happen?
I think that's what we go through every single day. The average stuff a college student doesn't go through. That's getting that 4th down. We got a chip on our shoulder. So we lined up, we dominated, and we got it.
I just thought it was remarkable. The Markel Johnson pass to Isaiah Alston, 55 yards, and followed up with a TD pass to Bryson Daly to Noah Short. What it was like to get those 2 plays back to back to add to your lead?
Very exciting. We definitely needed those 2 plays, and it's something we've been practicing, and we were hoping that we were going to run it, and we did, and it worked. So it was very exciting.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Appreciate you, sir.
We'll go to Matt.
Yes, Matt Treccanoy with Herb FM Sports Radio. So, how has your offense progressed and improved since the first week?
Yeah, so since the first week, I would say that we had a lot of missed assignments. Physicality was there, toughness was there, but we definitely just had to communicate better up front. And we took big emphasis on that through the past couple of weeks, and it carried over last week and this week. I feel like we've always been the tougher team, but finishing and winning the fourth quarter has been a struggle for us in the past, and we've been taking control of that as well.
Okay, we'll kick it over to Emily in person.
So I have two questions. The first one is about environment. This is the first dome that you're going to be going to, obviously next week going to another dome. What was the experience like? It was very loud in there. The fans are pretty crazy, pretty passionate, and the music was crazy. So what was that experience like?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was, I didn't expect it to be like that at all. It was a lot louder than I expected, a lot bigger than I expected to. And then when we came out through the tunnel, I was like, yo, getting the chills a little bit. Like, this is pretty cool. It was my first time. I think it was my first time playing in a dome. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
And then my other question is, you have this national stage tonight to showcase the new, I don't want to say new army, but different, you guys come at people differently, and that definitely took UTSA by surprise. There were fans before the game, screaming out 0 receiving yards. They obviously didn't understand. So what does that mean to be able to showcase, that this is what it is now on this stage?
It felt really good, especially because all the negative talk that we've consumed the past couple weeks, with like the new offense and everything. So we really had a trip and we wanted to prove ourselves, and I think we did just that. I think we made a statement. It was really exciting.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Hayden. Connor, next up will be Bryson Daly.